Party from the National Oil Policy.
Good afternoon, Sarah Taboyan, Secretary to the Committee. Good afternoon, Fpac KC Sao, Secretary to the Committee.
Thank you for the introduction. Next is the administration of votes. Before we go to the administration, can you introduce yourself from Council? The mic is before you.
Good afternoon, Hasib Masri, Managing Director, Petroleum.
Yes?
Good afternoon all. I'm Barrister Barrister Conte, legal representative for Petroleum Limited.
Your name again? It's not very clear.
Barrister Conte.
Next on the agenda is the administration. You can help us,
Hasib Masri.
Team Masri, we thank you for Castle Oil and Barrister Conte. Legal expert of the committee. That's the Castle Oil. May I seize this opportunity to welcome you to this special engagement with the Joint Committee of Fpac and PEC on investigation. If you remember, on the 22nd July 2024, a motion was tabled before the Parliament suggesting an inquiry of petroleum product of 36,934 metric tons of oil, which is equivalent to $30 million. And it was referred to the Joint Committee of Finance and Public Account Committee and Public Enterprise Committee of the National Assembly to make an inquiry on allegation of bribery, tax evasion of oil products from Apache LZC and Clean Energy with ultimate wage. That is why, as a committee, when we sit during our organizing meeting to identify different stakeholders which Castle Oil is an integral company. And that is why you have been invited to appear. But give us information relating to this institution, Apache LZC, Clean Energy, and that of ultimate in relation to the petroleum product that we are putting to the country. We are expecting a full compliance from you when you come to the response that will come. That is going to be, that is coming from us to you. And we want the whole truth, only the truth, only to investigate and get to the root of the matter and report back to the president. So that is why we have invited you. But we want to apologize for the late start because we have a lot of engagement before you, and that took a lot of time. But we want to apologize. And we will now, without wasting more time, we will allow the lead questioner to take us through some of the questions that we have for you. After exhausting is going to be followed by a supplementary question in relation to the response and what is involved in the whole petroleum side. So on that note, I will allow the lead questioner to come in, that is Fofana, to take us through the questions that we have.
Thank you very much, Chair. Mr. Masri and Mr. Kwame, welcome to the panel. Mr. Masri, as earlier alluded to by the chairman, you may sit properly. You may sit properly. Can you tell us who is Castle Oil? Mr. Masri, the question is for you. Who is Castle Oil? You can draw the mic closer to you so that when you speak, we will hear you.
Castle is a private company owned by my family. And we have been in this business for the past close to 27, 28 years. We do retail of petroleum products in this country. How do you hear me very well? Or?
Yes, yes, we are hearing you. Yes.
Yes. So we do import the product, and we have a storage facility, and we put it in our store. And the product that we bring is offered to all oil marketers in Bangalore. We don't do export, we do only local. Is this what you want to know? Anything else?
Everything.
That's
Everything, anything.
yeah.
So, based on the explanation, Castle Oil, you do importation of well,
Yes, sir.
you have your depot,
Sure.
and also you do distribution.
We do, yes, distribution to marketers who want to sell oil in the gun.
Okay, let's look at it two separately. When did you start distribution in the Gambia?
Sometime 1990, May 1991.
May 1991. And when did you finally start operations at the depot?
About 2021, end of 21, beginning 22.
2021, 2022.
End of 2021, say, you can say November, December 21, 22 and 23, and now we are coming to 20, almost coming close to 3 years, not yet 3 years.
You started that in November, December of 2021. What is the name of your depot?
General Petroleum Services.
General Petroleum Services. Mr. Masri, now let's look at the depot. What services do you provide at the depot?
Storage of petroleum products.
What is the capacity of the depot?
About 35, 38. Depends on the product what you put. It's about, if you say, let's say 36, 37,000 cubic. If you're talking about gas oil, it gives you different tonnage. If you're talking about gasoline, it gives you different tonnage. But you can consider 37,000 tons, 37,000 cubic meters for product capacity, and 5,000 cubic meters for water firefighting system. That's the capacity.
And who normally deposits these petroleum products to those storage?
Mainly myself. I bring myself, and sometimes if I have college, we can rent college to if possible. Depends on how long they want the product to be stored.
When you say myself, who do you mean? In regards to the companies, do you mean GPS or do you mean Castle?
GPS is the company running the depot. Castle Oil, I bring under Castle Oil.
Okay. So myself means normally you bring as Castle Oil. Do you maintain any percentage of the storage exclusively for Castle Oil?
The depot is GPS owned by my family. Castle Oil is owned by my family. But we have open space for whoever have the chance to bring product, give them the chance.
Yeah, we understand that. But the question is, do you maintain any percentage of the storage for Castle Oil? Yes or no?
What do you mean by percentage exclusivity?
Let's say you have 38,000, let's say you have 48,000
Cubic.
cubic as a total storage.
Yes.
Do you maintain 10% of it, 20% of it, 30% of it, exclusively for any percentage of it, exclusively for Castle?
You see, for this business to work, the store must be full. So we bring product full for us, for ourselves.
But the question is, do you maintain any portion of that storage for Castle? Do you understand that the storage has to be full so that the business can go?
Sure.
Okay? But now the question is specific to Castle. Do you maintain any portion of the storage for Castle?
If I don't have no one to store with me, I load the whole depot for myself.
That's a different situation. Okay?
Yeah.
That's a different situation.
Yeah.
That is when you have storage available. Okay, but as part of your policy, does Castle make applications for unit to GPS?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes, we do ask.
You have documentation to that.
Sure.
Have Castle ever applied and then it was denied unit?
At times where we have capacity, not available capacity, they will tell us we cannot give you now. We can only give you so much.
Then I'll ask you the question again. Do you maintain any portion or share of the total storage available? Do you maintain any percentage of the total storage available? Exclusively for Castle? Yes or no?
It's all considered exclusive for Castle.
All of it.
Exclusive for Castle, yes.
Perfect. Which means GPS 100% storage for Castle.
Sure.
Okay. Now,
Only on request from certain clients to say, okay, give us few thousand tons, whatever. We give them from our stock. Like how you see this certificate for JAB oil or JT Petroleum or whatever.
so GPS was mainly built or started to provide storage for Castle.
Yes, it was made for Castle at the time, but then we registered as Castle, GPS as a separate company, in case if we had people interested, GPS will deal with them directly and give them knowledge according to availability of knowledge. In other words, if you need knowledge and I have knowledge and you apply, we say yes, you have import license, yes, you can come in.
On a monthly basis, what is your monthly, or let's say, what is your annual importation plan at Castle?
It's a wait and see. Sometimes we book from our suppliers, say for example for the Banjul market, say we need for this month 6,000 tons, we bring 6,000 tons. The next month, market is not favoring us, we bring 2,000. It's a wait and see. It's not that every day every month I bring the same thing, because today I have a client buying from me, tomorrow I don't have it. So I stick to what I have, my little portion of the market, which is very small. something under 1,000 tons per month. But I think most of my sales is to the oil marketers. They all take similar quantity of what they take, but little of a lot is a lot.
In average, on monthly basis.
On monthly basis.
On monthly basis, yes.
Yeah.
How much do you distribute as Castle with regards to Ego and FPMS?
Castle only for
Yes, Castle only.
something 500 to 700 tons a month,
500 to 700 tons a month.
plus or minus. Castle.
Castle only, yes. Which means then on annual basis, if we take the highest one, which is 700 tons,
Maybe 7,000, 8,000 tons,
that's 8,400 tons
something like that.
per annum. And if I get you clearly, I don't you indicate that your storage capacity at GPS is around 38,000.
Sure.
Is that right? So how was GPS built only to supply Castle?
How?
Did you still stand by the statement that you built GPS exclusively for Castle when you needed only 8,000 metric tons per annum and you have a capacity of 40,000 at any moment?
When I don't have somebody to store with me, that's what I have.
No, the question is, do you still stand by the statement that you built GPS exclusively for Castle when all Castle needed in a year is less than 8,000 metric tons and GPS have a capacity of almost 38,000 metric tons?
Yes, hoping that the business will improve.
You still stand by that?
Sure.
Can we take that and the committee will evaluate it? So now let's look at your unit application process. Apart from Castle, who else stores petroleum products at GPS?
Say for example, this month. This month I have ordered 6,000 tons. This 6,000 tons is not for me. I have about maybe 400 or 500 tons gas oil. Okay? And the rest, Oryx, JA, Star, all the players, Fortune, TechWorld, and so on and so on and so on. So, yes, because I am the owner of the depot, I bring for myself and I sell in the market. And reasonable, fair price that whoever buys from me may enjoy a margin, not buying because he has to buy, it's the only choice. No, we do discount our price for our players to enjoy margins as well. So it's not that I am monopolizing whatever.
No, we haven't reached that yet.
Yeah.
And we are not suggesting that. The question is, who else have, or who else do storage at Castle,
So,
at GPS? That's the question.
for example, JAM,
Yeah,
for example, GNBC, for example, Star, for example, Speed. So, when they buy from me, we give them an IPT, it goes to them. So then, this product, let's say, is for Speed. They draw this, and they pay me the throughput, and off it goes. And then another player, another player, another player.
these companies will bring their products and store it at GPS, right?
They start, because I have it as Castle.
Allow me to finish that, then you can go.
I have it as Castle, the product. And I have sold it to JAB, it becomes JAB. I have sold it to Speed, it becomes Speed. I have sold it to Star, it becomes Star. I have sold it to Fortune, everybody will have a release, and it's in the time, and they draw it as they need for their stations.
Okay. I wasn't asking for that, but I will ask you a question. Mr. Padan, you want to comment?
Yes, I
Yes.
I think, if I may understand well, you're trying for him to understand whether not the product he brought for himself,
Thank you.
but example, if other companies, not your product, but example, other companies can import fuel and destroy it, not your product.
It's possible.
So you want you to tell him
That was exactly the question.
no, that's
Yes.
You understand that now?
Yeah, I understand.
Yes.
It's JA Oil and GNBC and Speed Gas.
JA Oil, GNPC, Speed, Castle, huh?
NP.
Huh?
NP.
NP. All of these companies are ONCs.
So it could be that they have bought themselves from the supplier, and the supplier dropped the product in my place, and they take the product. It could be I am the one who bought a bulk quantity, and they didn't have the chance to buy the small share that they want, and we sell them, and they take it under their name by acting like the one I have given you product.
So in case GNPC or JA wants to have that unit with GBS, do you have a process that you follow?
Sure.
Can you take us through that process?
The marketer makes an order for the supplier. The supplier, on behalf of the marketer, sends a request. We need space of so much to the management of GBS, not to me. And GBS will look at the situation and offer the space or don't offer the space. It depends on the availability. Whenever there is a chance we have to make money from the food, we give the space.
And then you, and that particular ONC would.
And that particular ONC will get from the depot an ITT certificate that they have so much in the tank for that company. And they start drawing accordingly until they consume their knowledge.
Which means the ONC initially will place an order with the supplier,
They
confirm the product,
with their supplier, correct?
confirm the date of arrival, then apply unit at GPS based on the availability of space.
Sure.
Then you might say yes, it's available, or no, you cannot approve it, right?
The management of GPS.
The management of GPS, okay? If it's available, if space is there, you approve it. If space is not there, then you would decline it. Apart from the local ONCs.
Not me declining.
But when I say you, I mean GPS. It's not you. You know, GPS is an entity.
Yeah, I haven't been to GPS in almost 2 years so far.
That would be there.
I haven't been there.
What is the relationship between GPS and Castle? Are they two different entities?
Well, no, I mean, we have management, we have operation. They give us their data, and only if I see something wrong, I will go. But generally, there is no need for me to go. We're all going exactly by the standard. That's why I don't have a problem with any marketer. If he has the stored X amount, he will get his X amount. He will not get less. He will not get more. He will get exactly what it is according to the certificate of quality of the product. Exact.
Can you please tell this committee what is your role at Castle and equally what is your role at GPS?
GPS, I am a shareholder. Castle, I am a shareholder as well.
Unfortunately, do you have...
But GPS, I have a different management. I am not there. I have a complete team that work up there, Gambians, and a manager from Ivory Coast, I believe. And they do the job according to the standards. They know what's in the tank, they know what went out of the tank. They maintain the tank properly, do all necessary maintenance to make sure that the depot is running according to norm. So if, let's say, we start seeing differences in haulages, losses, or whatever, that's the time I interview. What's going on? What's that? But thank God this have not reached this level. If there has been evaporation, it's within the tolerance. No losses, alhamdulillah. Some little more gasoline evaporation because I don't have a floating tank, but we're putting a floating top. So this may reduce the amount of evaporation.
What about custom? What is your role in custom?
Custom, I run the 5 station from my office and I do the wholesale. So then when I bring, let's say, 6,000 tons of gas oil, I order according to requests from marketers. So each marketer, they say, please, can you spare me 2,000 tons? We want 2,000 from this guy, he wants 1,000 from this guy, he wants 600, this guy he wants 500. So based on that, we make our order. So when it's not like I throw a number of 6,000 or whatever. It happened that this month we need 6,000 tons, but not for castle only. Jar, Star Oil, Speed, Davo, Fortune, Techworld, all the players.
So what position do you put in castle?
I am a manager at the castle. I am the managing director.
Managing director. In GPS?
I'm a shareholder. I'm not the manager. I have a manager up there.
You are the manager in GPS. Who is the managing director of GPS?
Salim Toure.
Salim Toure. Mr. Master, on the 27th of August, you did provide a statement to this committee. Are you having that statement with you?
Do we have a statement here?
Otherwise, I can provide you mine. Please, give me that copy once I use it. Is that your signature? Is that your...
Yeah, that's one. That's mine.
That's your signature. And can you read the first paragraph of that statement for us? Where it started with I as a team master.
I am City Master, the Managing Director of General Petroleum Service, a registered company dealing in the business of fuel storage. Sometime in August 2003.
Okay, you may start there. How do you reconcile the statement you provided to us in a written format and the submissions you are making right now with regards to your status in both comments?
Up at the depot, I have a manager.
Mr. Master,
Up at the depot, I have a manager. His name is Salim Toure.
Mr. Master,
Yes, sir.
I did ask you, what is your role in Castle? You said you are a managing director.
Sure.
I asked you, what is your role in GPS? You said you are a shareholder.
I'm a shareholder. Yeah.
Asked you, do you have a managing director in Castle? You said yes, and gave his name.
I am the managing director at Castle, yes.
So now, tell us correctly, we want to know. And I will ask the questions again. What is your role in GPS?
GPS, I am a shareholder. I have a management team that is running the business there. So I I don't have, you cannot hang me by saying I have city manager.
Sorry, Mr. Master, I'm not hearing you. We just want consistency. Our role here is to get the truth, and we can only get the truth if we know what is your responsibility. What is written in the letter was by yourself, and you signed it, and the responses provided also are coming from you, and still you have the opportunity here. Okay? No, your barrister will allow us to do. This is you and us, and it's a very simple question. Okay? Are you telling this committee that you want to withdraw this statement you make? That this statement you provided is incorrect? Is that your submission?
I am the manager of GPS. What's the problem? Come on. Come on. Tell me, what's
Okay. Put that money down and talk. Put that money down. Sit properly, Mr. Master.
Yes, I am the manager of GPS.
Mr. Master.
What's the problem?
Mr. Master.
Sir.
I will tell you, this committee, in accordance with the provision of section 109 of the Constitution, is having the powers of the High Court. Allow me to proceed to lead investigations, some witnesses, and we can equally hold you to contempt. It depends on the way you present yourself to the committee. One, by your utterances, which have to be truthful, and two, by reciprocating the respect the committee gives you. If you allow me, this is not you and I, it is you and the assembly. Okay? So I want you to withdraw that statement, where you said, and what next. Withdraw that statement.
This statement.
Withdraw it for me. Withdraw that statement. What you just said right now. No. Withdraw it remorsefully and respectfully, then you continue.
I withdraw my statement.
Thank you. Now take the question again. What is your responsibility at GPS? Just tell us the truth.
We're not lying here, overlooking the whole operation. But I have a manager who runs the depot, who knows how much space is available, whether we can rent college or we cannot rent college.
Where it says, I, as a must be managing director of General Petroleum Services Limited, a registered company dealing in business of oil storage in the Gambia, do we take that statement as incorrect? Yes or no?
Take it, sir. No problem.
Do we take it as incorrect? Yes or no?
No, you take it as correct if you wish.
No. Mr. Master, we remind you again, I will remind you for the second time. Okay? Mr. Master, I want you to relax. Feel free, look. I'm reminding you again for the second time. We are public servants. What we do is for the interest of the nation. And we treat everybody, all the institutions that are there before us respectfully. Because we do not hold any authority. Our authority lies in the hands of the people. That's why we are giving you so much respect. But it must be reciprocated in accordance with the dictates of the Constitution. If you go for the third time, I wouldn't have any other option but to report to the chair. So, chair, please.
Okay, thank you. Council. Yes. Barrister, can you... Yes, sorry. Barrister, can you guide your clear in the proceeding? Because the next time he misbehaves with the committee, we are going to apply the rule. This is the last time we are giving him a chance.
Sorry, if I may if I may add, before the late pensioner, there is a written statement signed by Hasipti Masri. We believe if he is asked whatever he is supposed to respond to should corroborate what is in the written statement, or otherwise the choice lies in him to say whether what is written is not from him or not. This is what the lead petitioner is trying to establish. To put to him that the choice is yours, or if you want to take it, he is not the one who can answer the question for Mr. Marshall.
Mr. Martin?
Yes, sir.
We can proceed. Please the microphone. Yes. Okay. So I'll ask you the question again. This is your submission that what is provided in your written statement with regards to the position you hold in VPS is incorrect?
It's correct but incorrect, you say.
It's incorrect. It's not correct.
As I say, I have a manager there at the depot. He gives me all the reports and everything. And when I came to give you, to reply to the question that you asked, I have given this statement that I am the managing director. Okay? And I give my statement and I came into my store. And to who this product went, part to me, part to other players.
Are you the managing director of VPS? Are you the managing director of VPS? No. Then the committee have had both sides of your submissions and we will decide from there. Okay? No, what he said is he's not the managing director of VPS, which means the statement he provided us is untrue. He said he is not the managing director of VPS. That means the statement provided to the committee is untrue. Mr. Master, with regards to the UNH application processes, the UNH application processes and the approvals that were given, have you ever provided UNH to any company that is not the local ONC?
I have given knowledge to this company. They asked for knowledge, and I had space. Local or not local is not my job. It is the job of the customs. Customs is on the facility. The product was brought in front of customs, and the product was sold at the depot in front of customs.
No, I'm not talking about any specific company. I'm just asking whether you've ever provided or given units at DBS to any company that is not a local OLC? That is a yes or no answer.
Yes, yes. I mean, this company will be.
Which company?
This Abuji.
Abuji. Tell us, how did you come to know about Abuji?
Abuji brought in project at GP.
How did you come to know about them? How did they approach you, or how did you approach them?
I'm telling you, Abuji put some product at GP.
Yes.
They discharged some of their cargo and they said, we need college. Do you have college? At that time, we had college. We put college for them.
Approach you on behalf of Abuji?
On behalf of Abuji, yes.
Who approached you? Who approached you?
Abuji approached the manager at the depot there. And he reported me that there is college space for so much. This company wants to put college.
Mr. Master, Abuji is an entity. They must have agents working for them.
The manager of Abuji at the time.
What is the name of the manager of Abuji?
I don't know his name, but he contacted my manager. My manager can tell you if you want, anytime.
Mr. Master, when you were written to come to this parliament, they did indicate to you that you had a commission of inquiry, a joint committee of inquiry. And we were really investigating into the issues of serious concern to the nation. The letter was explicit on that. Tell this committee before we continue with the proceedings. Do you know what happens in GPS? Are you in a position to give us witness statements on that?
Sir, you have asked and you sent the letter to Castle, and I replied you based on that, saying that this company put in our store X, Y, Z quantities. We don't work behind authorities. There is an authority in the country. Customs is here.
Allow me, Mr. Master. Allow me. Answer the questions as they come. We will get to customs, we will get to those ones. What I'm asking you is, what is the name of the agents of Abuji who approached GPS?
I only know by the first name, Ari Mas, but I don't know him in person.
Yes,
I don't know him in person.
we haven't asked you whether you met him.
I heard that his name is Ari Mas, and Ari Mas established the contact with my depot manager, and at that time we had space, and we put the cargo. Like how, if Trafigura was to come and we say we want space, we have space to give them. If Forex want to have space and we have space to give them. If I want space and I have space, they will give me. And
How much, when did Orimas approach GPS? Which month?
At the time where the statement was given,
Which month and year Abuji approached GPS?
on the 24/8/2023 to 26/2/2024.
24 of?
24/8/2023.
24 of 8 or April?
Yes, 2023.
Give us the month. 24 of which month?
24/8/2023.
8 as August, right?
Yeah.
24 of August, 2023. And you were having late approval in GPS up to which month?
How? Up to 26 February 2024. It's stated the
When you provide unit approvals to prospective prospective entities who intends to deposit fuel at your depot. Do you sign a contract with them?
The management signed a contract.
The management signs a contract with them. The contract, among other elements, does it include payment terms?
Yes.
It does include payment terms. Appropriately, during this period, how many metric tons did they deposit with your depot? In total?
A total of 15,000 tons, 15,730 tons.
15,000?
15,230 tons, 0.14.
230 tons. In average, how much will you charge a metric ton?
We charge the oil market at $30.
You charge the oil market
$30
$30 per metric ton.
per ton. Say, for example, if I take for Castle, I pay $30 per ton. If Jah takes for Jah, he pays $30 per ton. If JT takes, he pays $30 per ton.
So,
This is to GPS.
so Apple,
To Apogee, I think in the last few months, we charged them, I think $30,000 per tank.
for how many tanks?
For like, I think, the tanks, I think, for like maybe, we gave them mileage for, I think, 2 to 4 months. They wanted more space. We said we cannot give you because there are other players who are paying. So we gave them 2 tanks, and we made them pay $30,000 per ton at that time, so that they can book the haulage. But we did this like for 2-3 months, and then we stopped doing it.
And this would be the only time that Apple is to pay you, right?
That's the time they paid me for the storage.
For the storage.
Before we were not charging.
You were not charging.
Like whoever before, like when Trafigura comes, we don't charge. When Victor comes, we don't charge.
Which month was this?
I will look for you. It could be in the last 4 months.
Last 4 months of 2023 or last 4 months?
Last 4 months of the 2024.
2024.
Last month. Could be that. Or maybe something like that. I mean, the management of out there we have record.
So basically, initially you were allowing Apple to make deposits in your tanks and GPS without them paying for anything. Is that right? And only the OMCs will pay $30 when they leave. Am I right?
In the last 4 months, they wanted more space. We cannot give them more space. We said, look, we will give you 2 tanks at 30,000. Said, please keep a 2 tank for us. Because when they bring with their ships, they have some extra, they'll have a space to dump their cargo. For us to keep these 2 tanks, we charge $30,000 a month.
Yes, that's what I'm asking. In your other submission, you said Apple started coming to GPS as far back as 24th of August 2023.
They started 24th August 2023.
And you
We
started.
did not charge them
Perfect.
like anybody else.
Thank you.
We did not charge them. But when they started to insist that they want even more and all that, I said, no, we cannot do that because we have other people who want to put. So we gave them 2 tanks. And this was in the last 4 months. And then when I saw that they are greedy, they want everything, we stopped. We don't deal with them.
Okay. Are you aware of the situation between Apple and Petroleum?
I know that they are storing at Petroleum. Yeah, They were storing at Ghana.
They were storing at Ghana Petroleum. So, the question is, Apoli have access to Ghana Petroleum, and based on the submissions, they almost monopolized Ghana Petroleum. So why did GPS also give them access when you could have allowed other ONCs to take the market?
I have maintained others as well as I have given a small share to those people. When I saw that they wanted to take everything, I said no.
They wanted to take, who is there?
I mean, when Apogee wanted to take more storage, wanted to take the whole depot, I said no, I cannot do that because I have others who may need to store. I may need to store myself. Other companies may need to store.
Do you know ultimate DH logistics?
At one time, I think they were called something like that, and then they changed their name.
No. Do you know ultimate DH logistics?
No. But what I know is that at the beginning, they were Ultimate Beige or whatever, and then they became Apogee. Why? I don't know. When they changed, I don't know.
Have you ever received payments from Apogee?
Have I received?
Payments from Apogee through ultimate page EcoBank account? Have you ever received any payment from Apogee through ultimate page EcoBank account?
There were times they asked they want to buy foreign exchange. I managed for them through the dealers. They passed dollars to me. We bought the dollars for them and we transferred it to their account. According to their...
No, the question is, have you ever received payments from Apogee / ultimate page EcoBank account? Have you ever received payments from them? Not the purpose of it. We'll come to that.
No, he's saying, have I ever received a payment from Ultimate Page? Yes, that's what I'm saying. At times they wanted foreign exchange. Do you know somebody? Yes, we know some people. What is the dollar rate? We got in the dollar rate. They gave us the dollars, we gave it to the dealer. The dealer bought the dollars and paid straight to them. At the beginning, they used to pay us and we paid them. Then we said, we cannot take this, we'll have them pay you straight because the banks charge us.
These dealers you were connecting them to, are they not Gambians?
They are Gambians. But you know, MSJ is MSJ Gambia, I think.
They're Gambians.
Sure.
Hmm?
They are foreign exchange certified dealers here.
So what was your role in it?
I was a mediator.
You were a mediator.
They don't know those people. I was a mediator.
So what you are saying is they will transfer you the money.
They say we want $1 million or whatever. We talk to the dealer agrees to sell at a certain price. They don't trust him, they don't know him. They say, Mr. Master, we are dealing with you, you're storing with us.
Who was doing that? Was it GPS?
Myself.
Yourself. Who are you dealing with when you were doing that?
With a foreign exchange dealer.
No. Who are you dealing with on the side of?
It was Oimas.
You said you only had his name.
Huh?
You said you only had his name.
I only have his name. I only have his
no,
name.
I will ask the questions now.
Yeah.
I will ask the questions now. You said you've never seen him. You don't even know his second name. All you know
is I don't know his second name.
Now tell us, how do you facilitate buying? How do you facilitate the buying of this foreign currency? How do you take it from MBA Finance and how do you deliver it to Ultimate Page? You have 5 minutes. You can tell us the entire transaction.
It's very simple. They want dollars. We talk to the dealer, like anywhere in this country. MSJ, you have, yes, what's your rate? This is the price. You agree? Yes, I agree. Okay, pay him. Mr. Master, I don't know why I cannot give this money just like this. Will you be in the middle? I said, said, okay, no problem. I know those people. They change money for me. Simple change.
Who collects the dollars from MJ?
Who collects the dollars? MSJ, when they give, let's say, at first, they were giving me the money by transfer from Fpac to Castaway, and I transfer from Castaway to MSJ by giving them checks. It's covering the whole amount, and then I tell them please pay to the account of Fpac, and they used to pay at the account of Fpac.
I mean, who collects the physical dollars from MSJ?
The dollar, MSJ gets the money by bank transfer, and from his bank account straight to Fpac.
Straight to Abuja account.
Yes.
Then what stops Abuja from paying MSJ directly?
They don't know him.
How many times did this happen?
Maybe 5-6 times.
And all of this were,
I don't remember, not much, but anyway.
and all of this time you were only in the middle because they do not know each other and they don't trust each other.
Something like that. Yes.
Now I'll take you through the transactions and I will tell you the monetary values and you tell us what those transfers are. On the 20th of August
On the 20th,
of August 2023, from the ultimate EcoBank account, I will give you the account number, which because we are live on it, but this is coming from ultimate EcoBank account. They paid $40 million to your account.
what's 40 million?
I ask you.
I'm asking you, what's 40 million?
We don't want anymore.
40 million on that day, what's how many $1,000 that?
Mr. Master. Mr. Master. Mr. Master.
I'm not taking an issue, I'm saying what he said.
What is the argument? You won't get there. You want to get it to be.
I know, let him come. That's it. So, can I just...
Mr. Master.
Go ahead, please.
Yes. Mr. Master wanted. I just want to draw your attention to this provision. I want to make sure you understand these provisions. 119 of the Constitution that establishes this parliamentary inquiry. Look at 119, sub 2 committees will be appointed to investigate or inquire into the activities or administration of ministries or departments of the government, and such investigation or inquiry will be extended to making proposal for legislation or to investigate any matter of public importance. So I don't know whether you are aware of the public importance attached to this particular investigation. Coming for section 110 of the 1997 Constitution, content of the National Assembly. Any act or omission will obstruct or impede the National Assembly in performance of its functions, or which obstruct or impede any member or officer of the National Assembly in the discharge of his or her duties, or affront the dignity of the National Assembly shall be appointed of the National Assembly, and in addition to any liability in respect thereof. Under the criminal law, the offender shall be liable to reprimand or admonition by the National Assembly, and if the offender is a member of the National Assembly, will face a suspension or expulsion from the National Assembly. So we are dealing with a very important matter. We want you to relax, we only need the truth. And let us be consistent in giving that truth. Please. Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you, Chair. Mr. Massey, on the 25th of August, 2023, an amount of $40 million was transferred from the ultimate base Abuja account, the Kabbalah account, to the Castle account. Can you tell us what was the proposed of that transfer?
There were various transfers. There were various transfers. If you look at the statement of the bank, this one and other. I have, on every occasion, we had a contract saved for fraud. We can go back to our references and we can tell you what is what. Is this clear? Yes, sir. You asked me that 40 million, what is it for? I have replied to you that there is this 40 million and there are others on this statement. On each one of this, I had a contract with AOG to sell them dollars.
Mr. Master,
Yeah.
are you referring to currency data? Are you in forex business?
I am a businessman, sir.
No, answer the question.
Yeah.
Castle and GPS.
Sir, I am not a dealer. I am a businessman. There is NSJ is the dealer.
Now you allow me. No.
Yeah.
We know that situation. You said it before, we know that situation. The money from Ultimate Page is going into the corporate account of Castle. And that corporate account belongs to Castle Oil. Is Castle Oil a legal licensed forex deal?
Castle Oil is not a foreign exchange dealer.
Do you have the rights to serve as an intermediary where entities can pay funds into your account? You buy forex for them and then
If I want to go look, I have done it on a basis of service. Do you know anybody who has foreign exchange? Yes, I know this dealer. But I am not a dealer. I am not a dealer.
do you have the money?
I used to be a dealer, but not anymore.
You are not a dealer. Are you aware of the anti-money laundering laws where you can serve as an intermediary? The anti-money laundering laws? Are you aware?
I am not aware of that. This is, according, if you want to go by the law, this is, you can say this is illegal, right?
Realize, don't take yourself before a court of law. You are not before a court of law. Counsel, allow me. I think I need to have an interview with Mr. Mansell. You see, here, you provide the evidence based on the truth.
And I'm not lying to you.
Then, it shouldn't be difficult. Do you have the mandate to operate in the forex business, the foreign exchange business? Yes or no? If you don't want to say more, you can say yes or you can say no. Do you have the mandate?
I don't have the mandate.
You don't have the mandate. This service you were providing, you said you were an intermediary. Was there any agreement between you and Apodi? Was there any agreement? You can put your mind down. Do you have any agreement with Apodi?
Never.
You never had an agreement?
If this is going to bring an argument, I want to do it. I'm doing a help.
You were helping him. In monetary terms, cumulatively, how much in Gambian dollars have you facilitated?
I have the contracts of how much. I'm not going to give you off my head. If you ask me, I can give you the contracts that I have done for them.
Is it up to 100 million?
Sorry?
Is it up to 100 million?
No, sir. 100 million what?
Dollars, yes.
But the guy have bought 5 times or 6 times, say $1 million at the time, maximum $1 million, $1.5 million. So that's maybe 7, 8 million, 10 million.
10 million what?
Dollars.
$10 million. At what exchange rate?
At whatever rate, the rate that was going.
Give us an average.
What is the rate now? 67, 68, 66, whatever the market is at the time.
67, 68, 66, which means you are talking in excess of 500 million. Is it up to that?
Something like that. That's what that man has changed, yes.
I can tell you, what you've used is in excess of $690 million.
What's, sorry?
$690 million was converted or transferred from the ultimate beach account to Castle account. In excess of that.
They were buying dollars, they gave me the dollars. They bought for themselves.
Mr. Master,
Yeah.
you said you only came between these two people because they do not know each other.
Sure.
The first transaction they had to you was 40 million. Wherever in Gambian terms, $40 million exchange hands, that is sufficient to build trust. That is sufficient enough to build trust. But still, let's say they didn't have trust in each other. Then on the 4th of September, they transferred another 40 million. Another 40 million. Still there was no trust. Then again, on the 2nd of October, they transferred $60 million. Were you still building trust between these two entities?
Trust between which entities?
Between Apogee and NSJ?
Yes. Apogee never met MSJ.
Yes. Your contract,
Apogee never met MSJ.
but they both have bank accounts.
They both have bank accounts.
Why?
And MSJ is a dealer, is a certified dealer. You can see his signboards all country.
Why didn't Apogee buy directly from NSJ?
He doesn't know MSJ.
That's what I'm saying. In September, that's what I'm saying. In September alone, $80 million transaction happened between Apogee and NSJ. Still, there was no trust. They have to pass through you in October. They have to come and transact for 60 million. I will give you more.
Excuse me.
No, allow me. You want to know? Allow me. Then on the 3rd of October, another $8.7 million. Then on the 19th of October, $33,875,000. Then on the 19th of October, $30,550,000. Still, these people don't know each other and they need you to serve as an intermediary between them. That's the submission you want the committee to take.
Can you please take it a bit easy?
No,
I kindly ask you, what you are trying to do, you're trying to put words in my mouth. Just take this. Please,
allow me to go. I'm not putting words into your mouth. I'm giving you the opportunity to set the record straight. You said these people don't know each other and you were serving as an intermediary. Between two people who have exchanged hands amounting to over $600 million. Within the span of 2 months, what they have exchanged between each other is almost $200 million. And you still want the committee to believe that ultimately you are only sending money to your account because you don't trust NSJ. Is that what you want us to believe? That's my question, and that's not what's in your mouth. Is it that you want us to believe that these monies were still coming to your account because these people don't know each other?
MSJ never met Abuji.
We had that.
Never.
We had that.
Okay?
Have you ever met Abuji?
Abuji.
Sorry, have you ever met
Abuji.
Abuji? Sorry.
Abuji.
Sorry, take this question. Have you ever met Abuji?
I have spoken with, what's his name, Orimas.
Which means there's no difference.
I don't know his last name. Okay? And he, at the time when I dealt with him, he was the man on the show. Okay? So whenever he wanted dollars, he called me. I contacted MSJ. MSJ agreed on the price. Abuji gave me the money. I paid to them. Abuji never dealt with MSJ.
Mr. Masir, my question is this, and then we will define the one again. Do you want this committee to accept from you that your only involvement between Abuji and MSJ was due to the fact that the two don't know each other and you were the only intermediary they trusted?
Yes, sir, but I was the one intermediary.
That's what you want the committee to say. Thank you, Chair. The committee will have to evaluate on that. I submit to you. So, what is the question?
Honorable Chair, thank you very much, sir. Mr. Hasid T. Masri, in your earlier explanation, you have introduced yourself as the managing director of Council Company, right? Good. In the same explanation, you indicated that you are only a shareholder at a shareholder
I am a shareholder
at GPS with a managing director who you think is an Iborian. Didn't you say that?
Yeah.
You said so. In your statement that you've written to the committee, you said, I, Hasid T. Masri, the managing director of Gambia, the managing director of General Petroleum Services Limited, a registered company dealing in business of wealth. Did you agree that you have misguided, misinformed the company or this committee?
This question.
Mr. Hasid T. Masri, do you agree that you have misinformed this committee?
I have replied to this question, sir.
Do you agree that you have misinformed this committee?
Yes. I have misinformed, sir.
Why do you decide to misinform the committee after taking an oath? Don't you know that that is a contempt of the National Assembly?
It's by mistake, sir.
You misguided the government and
I have made a
mistake.
mistake. I have made a mistake.
Why did you refuse to inform the lead commissioner or the lead questioning that you have misinformed the company, the parliament, either by mistake or deliberate. Why did you refuse to?
I didn't refuse.
Of course you did.
I have apologized as well.
No, that was not to this question. That was not to this question. That was about your response at some point, and he asked you to withdraw, and you did. Another question is, that's clear, we established what we need to know.
Thank you.
Good. Another question is, which one are we taking? If you said you have misguided the committee, which one are we taking? Are we taking that you are the managing director of GPS?
I am managing director of Castle.
What about GPS? That was a misinformation.
Yeah. GPS, I have a manager, he's an I
That was a misinformation. Thank you very much. Another question is, in one of your responses, you have indicated that when international traders want orange space at GPS, you say when Travicura applied for orange, for example, I will give them. You said that was very clear. You said I will give them. No, I'm coming. You said I will give them. When other companies also want orange space, I will give them. Right? But when I want, that I was talking about a castle, but when I want, they will give me. What are you trying to tell us there? When other companies want, I will give them. But when I want, that I is talking about castle, they will give me. What are you trying to tell?
I have a storage facility, privately owned. And if there is a space at my facility for X, what you call supplier, and they want that space and whatever. Normally, my manager is the one who applies and gives authority to store at the depot. But so when I say I, it's oversightness, but normally, I mean, there isn't any sin by saying I or by my manager giving his authority or whatever, because he's given mandate to give authority if there is a space. So I have not denied knowledge to anyone whenever we have knowledge, just because we want to deny knowledge. If there is a space, we have people that want to make money from the throughput.
Okay, let's establish this.
Mm-hmm.
You are not the owner of that company, you are a shareholder. How many percent shares do you hold there?
Maybe about maybe 25.
You hold 25% shares,
Maybe.
but you still have remaining 75% shareholding. You still have authority. That you still have authority over that institution, and in fact, no, I'm coming. Wait for me. And in fact, from experience, when they do their transaction after operation, they send you the data as a shareholder. They send you the data as a shareholder. What kind of shareholder is that?
Sir, GPS is owned by my family and another family that has 5%, and 95% is for my family. And I have about 20-25%. I'm not sure of how much it is. And the rest from the rest of my family. What's the big sin?
Mr. Masri, you have a total control over GDS.
Do I have a total control of GDS? While being the elder, and I am the one who formed the company, I am the one who overlook in general
even their operations, they report to you on their operations. Yes, all their finances, you control everything.
Yes.
Mr. Masri, can you tell us how much tax can you pay monthly for only custom?
It is in my office. I don't have it, but we are up to date on it.
Is it up to 110 million monthly? Is it up to that?
We pay the tax quarter. We pay every month. We pay every month throughput, what do you call tax for the duty. And it is what is 2.5%, whatever. And when it comes to the tax office can check and can advise you if we have paid or not paid.
I'm not trying to look at your level of compliance. I'm not that. I'm trying to see how much you pay for tax.
I pay tax. I pay tax.
I'm not asking you.
I don't have it off head how much I pay. I pay my tax, and you can refer the authority on the tax. They can look at all my returns and see whether I am compliant or not compliant. But I cannot give you a figure just like this.
Okay. Now, when you go to office, we are requesting you provide us with either monthly or quarterly tax payments that you do here. Okay, for the period on the 1st January 2023 to 31st December 2023.
No problem.
Yes, can you provide us with that?
No problem. No
Including Council and GDS.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
Honorable Facham.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. And Mr. Nasir, you've said you've been in this business from 1991. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I meant, Castle Royal. And with regards to employment, how many employments have you created during this period, or the soonest from 2020 to date, or currently, if you wish? How many staff do you have for Castle Royal? Can you tell us?
Maybe close to 50 people.
50 people.
Maybe plus or minus.
And how many stations in total?
5 stations.
5 stations. Okay. And what is the payment mode for the products of petroleum that are kept on behalf of others in GPS? The payment mode, the fuel or whatsoever product that you keep in on behalf of others, like jar oil or any other fuel owners. What is the payment mode? How do they pay you?
They pay by RTGS. My clients saying how they pay.
Yes.
They pay by RTGS.
RTGS. Okay. So you've also made mention of being a shareholder at both Castle and GPS, despite the completely different management. The committee would like to know who are the people that who are your partners? Like you've made mention of you being the owner of the 95% of the share. Yes. Your family, 95%, and your partner, 5%. Who is your partner?
Somebody by the name Mahmoud Saleh and his wife, and
his brother, they have 5 ships. And his daughter.
Is Mahmoud Saleh a Gambian?
Mahmoud Saleh is a Saudi.
Is a Saudi.
They have 5 ships. They have 5 ships.
Do you have Gambian partners?
In Castle Oil.
In both Castle Oil and GPS.
We are Gambians.
I mean Gambian partners. You know you have 2 shareholders. That is Mahmoud Saleh and yourself. So Mahmoud Saleh.
The Saleh family, they are foreigners, and the Masri family, we are Gambians, 120 years, 123 years of history in Gambia. And I am born in Bali.
Very good. This is what I want.
In Jawara.
Okay. Yes,
sir.
Okay. So you said Salim Toure, whom you claim to be your managing director of GPS, he's the manager.
Yes.
So what is Mohammed Salim's responsibility as the manager?
Is Mahmoud?
Salim Toure,
Mahmoud Saleh.
Salim Toure. You said Salim Toure is the manager.
Salim Toure is the manager at GPS.
What is his responsibility? What is his CSDOR?
He is responsible for all the management of the depot. He has other managers that help him, but he is the overall manager, responsible for all the workers, which we have maybe we have about 40 as well, 50 workers. And 99% Gambian.
Okay. So Mohammed Salim, Salim Toure is the managing director of GPS. So who is your financial controller at GPS?
My daughter-in-law, Nicole.
So Horimas is the name of Apoji, the other name of Apoji. Sorry, the representative at Apoji, whom you know, but you don't know his name.
I don't know Horimas, yes.
Okay. So what is your relationship with Apoji or the other name, Ultimate Badge? Apart from doing exchange, doing voice exchange, whatever.
We provided them 2 tanks at the time, and at the end we stopped. They were only just using the tank to put in effect. And at some time I bought some for myself, which I distributed. And at some time Ja bought some, and sometimes somebody else by JT Energy or whatever, they bought some, and that was, this was the end of the contract. They asked later, not recent, they asked to my manager, and my manager said, we don't have this for them.
Were you contacted when, at any point in time, when Apoji or Ultimate Page was trying to introduce their business into the Gambia? Were you part of the planning stage?
No.
Okay.
We know them that when they just started, and we know that they have stored at GP, and we had a space. At the time we were not working, and we want revenue from the put, and we need product for ourselves. We put for them in 2 tanks, and we kept 2 tanks available for whoever wants to put storage.
Thank you. Mr. Masari, I think you could really remember by saying that customs officers or customs representatives were there when Apoji were trying to deposit for their storage, and those who went to get their storage or consignment. Could you tell us who were these custom officers? Could you remember their name and furnish this August Assembly or this committee with their names?
our depot is manned by customs. We cannot operate without customs. There is a station for customs. So they are a group of officers that were appointed by the customs department based at GP. They keep in our place about 2 or 3 of them to be on site, and whenever we have a vessel that is coming to discharge, customs is available. Whenever the discharge is complete, the outcome, return of what is stored is there.
Sorry, I understand the procedure. All what I wanted to know is, can you remember any of them? We just want to know their name, even one at least.
I know Maron.
What's his last name?
I think Masani. And one guy I know, Baba, I don't know. And the other 2, I don't know. Baba, I don't know Baba Fofana or something.
Baba Fofana, from Customs, right? And Masani Maron, these are the 2 that you can remember.
These the 2 I remember. There are other 2, I think.
And also, Mr. Masiri, according to your response that you felt in a forex exchange before, you said you're not doing it anymore. I'm not talking about the interference or litigation that you're doing between Apoji and MSG or whatsoever. But you said you've been in this forex exchange business before, not now. What gives you the power to do that? Do you have any license?
I am the first bureau de change in this country. Until recently, I sold my bureau.
Do you have to license to operate?
I used to be, I don't have a license. I sold my bureau.
No, what I mean, when you were operating, do you have a license then? Did you have any?
When was I operating? When? Before I had a license, but now recently I have sold my depot, my bureau de change.
Coach, can you provide us with a copy of that license that was allowed to operate Forex Bureau? Is that okay?
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Masri. And we appreciate you coming here today to help us in our investigation. And we really appreciate that. Now, if you look at the statement you provided to us, you have said here, like Castle Limited purchased a total of 15,230.14 metric tons of gas oil. Also, you saw that on your statement. 15.230.14. I think that's on the second page. On your statement, that's the statement. Yeah. Yes.
This one?
No, the letter, the statement dated 27 August. Is it the letter, like the statement says statement, 27 August 2024? Yeah.
$15,230.
Yeah. Yes. That's fine. It's fine. Now, if you look at the figure you've indicated here, the 15,230.14 metric tons, and then you calculate the in-time transfer certificates, the total is 14,230.14. Like what you provided to us, the supporting documents. Like,
How much is the total?
What I have is 14,230.144.
By your calculation?
Yes. No, by this amount you're giving us. You know, for every transfer, you indicated in tax transfer certificate. So what is on those certificate, if you add it together, you get 14,230.
Unless, for example, I'm just looking.
Yeah.
I am looking, let's say, on August 24, 2023, 2,200 metric tons. Is that what you're referring?
No, I'm going back to the total. Yes, exactly. Much exactly. Exactly.
There could be a calculation. Here on this paper we have, it says 15,230. Maybe if you add this, it's maybe less.
Or maybe something is missing in what you're giving us, maybe. In the transfer, yeah. But we can reconcile that and just ensure we have everything right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure about that. Now, just to get clarification at the depot, the GPS. How is the management structure there? Because in one of the letters I'm seeing here, Salim Toure as the manager. Is the manager different from the managing director at the depot?
Well, he is the managing director there, the general manager.
He's the general manager.
Up there.
Okay, but you are the managing director.
I'm in the office down in Banjul.
No, you wouldn't be crying here. Because you can have a manager, you can have a general manager, and you can have a managing director. In fact, you can even have a CEO, chief executive officer. So what is certain exactly your role at the GPS? What exactly is your position there? Because my colleague asked earlier, but this is not very clear.
Yeah, Salim Toure is the manager at the depot, and how I declared that I am the manager, the managing director.
The overall.
It's like myself, yes.
Thank you. Now, the last question I have is about your role as an intermediary in helping OMAS, Apoji, to get foreign currency. I would like to confirm, as the agent or the intermediary, do you make any commission in the transactions?
Very small.
So,
I think when
the first 2 or 3 contracts I didn't make. I started to
it's a very fair. So what he's trying to say, he said in the first 2-3 transactions, he was doing it for him like that. But at the end, when he was overdoing it, he started to reduce on it
And there's a reason for that. Because the bank charges some like turnover.
the money charged on this account.
it doesn't seem to come on
Because of that. You were doing it free, but if you change for somebody about $40 million, to the COT, you have the bank, the letter charge will affect you. So if you overdo it, you have to put that money in there, so that the COT will not be affected by you if you pay by him. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah. So it means you are charging a commission to cover some of your operations in these transactions. So essentially, can we say that actually you are a foreign exchange broker in these deals?
I am a businessman, sir.
No, I understand that.
I am a businessman. Before I had the first foreign exchange bureau in this country. Not too long ago, I sold it. I'm no longer the owner of the bureau de change. But when I was changing for this gentleman, bank charges, I had to put some charges. And that's nothing hidden. and it can be shown. It's not the figure that you may think of or whatever. It can be shown, it can be proven, that's not a problem.
So essentially we can confirm that you are charging a fee?
Yeah, it's not gonna be a headache, yeah. It's not gonna be a headache.
No, it's not. Actually, for me, I don't have a headache, actually.
Cannot be a headache to me, it cannot be a headache to you.
No, we are just trying to establish facts.
Sure.
And that's the reason why we're asking these things.
Sure.
Yeah. So we can confirm that you were being used to get foreign currency and you charge a commission for that.
I made some commissions, yes, to cover the expenses. Sure.
Now, throughout this transaction, were you ever questioned by any of the banks? Because again, if you do a lot of volumes, for example, you are transferring money from your account to MJ or whoever in millions, have you ever been questioned by any bank about the volume of those transactions?
We are both clients to the bank.
I understand.
And in the bank, they know that we are not smugglers or dealers or money launderers or whatever. Okay? So, they wanted dollars. I put them with MSJ. They got the dollars. MSJ paid straight to them. MSJ, at some time, we gave them checks from what you call Echo Bank, and sometimes we gave them from Trust Bank because of convenience to him, and he didn't want, let's say, to receive by RTGS as well because this is charges to him and whatever. So, I mean, we were eating most of the losses to assist the man change his dollars, whatever, at the time when he has to help. That's all.
Yes, no, my question actually is very simple and very straightforward. Did the bank ever question you about the volume of transactions from your account to the Abuja account?
From their account to my account.
Yes, and from your account to also to MSJ or whatever was buying for a currency?
Myself, I didn't have, I think I had once a transfer of that dollars for them, or maybe I bought dollars for myself from the bank and whatever, and I paid for the fuel I bought from Abuja. That's normal for us as a petroleum importer. I mean, if to see volumes, but volumes does not mean that it is big figures of profits or whatever.
Mr. Masri, how many banks do you deal with here?
I deal with 3 banks.
Deal with 3 banks mostly. Was there any reason why you were not referring or response to those banks when you were looking for foreign currency instead of going to another person?
The banks don't have foreign exchange. Banks don't have foreign exchange. Today, as I speak to you, there is no foreign exchange.
No, maybe they don't want to say
today, as I speak to you, I have request for help for foreign exchange to keep on getting the flow of petroleum. I haven't been able to get any help. I have given a shipment of foreign exchange to the bank to pay for a petroleum supply that we got last month. The whole month is gone by and we are not able to pay to our suppliers. They even borrowed us another 1,000 tons to maintain the market. Up till now, we don't have foreign exchange and none of the bank is able to help us. And if this continue next week, you may wake up, you will not find a liter that we can sell in the market because we have not paid for our fuel.
Okay. Now, with the funds transfer you were making, Mr. Co-Chairperson, I think it will be of interest for us to have the foreign currency transfer request that you made at the bank, a copy of those ones. Like the request you made for the transfer to be done.
The foreign exchange that we made?
Yes, the purchases you've made or the transfer you've made.
The transfers that we made?
Yes.
To this Apogy.
Apogy and MSJ. MJ Finance.
MSJ?
Yes.
Yeah, the first I think the first two contracts, I think they paid through me, and then the rest, the guy paid me the Dalasi, and we asked him to pay straight to them, yes.
So how did he pay you Dalasi? Did he pay you cash or was it a bank transfer?
Bank transfer.
Bank transfer.
Bank transfer.
Okay. So
He paid us by bank transfer, and we paid them by bank transfer. What do you call this guy? MSJ, he took by checks at some of the banks, at some, maybe either Echo Bank or Trust Bank, or sometimes he took by RTGS.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes. Mr. Masure, I would like to ask, like, since the GPS is a private storage facility, so what are the requirements to operate a private storage facility? And who is the approving authority to run a private storage facility?
It's like any other business, you apply through authority. It's like any other business, you apply through the authorities. If something has to do with physical planning, you go through the physical planning office. If something has to do with the lands office, you go through the land office. If something that has to do with environment, you go through the environment. If something that has to do with Pura, you go through Pura. If something has to do with petroleum, Ministry of Petroleum, you go through petroleum, and so on. So its license is not given from the final import license, is given by the Ministry of Petroleum, but there are steps, one after the other, until you get your approval to operate. And once you operate, on every year there are follow-ups, whether it's Pura, whether it's Environment Agency, whether it is Maritime Agency, whether it is, and so on. Did I answer you?
Yeah. Thank you. And then in your submission, you said that when a stakeholder applies for ULEC, one of the requirements is importation license. Is that what obtains in the case of Apogee? Is that, did they provide importation license?
Let me give you my understanding. For a marketer like me, or any of the marketers that are operating here, you must have a license. To me, Apogee is a supplier. He came from abroad, like how Trafigura comes to me and give me product. They are suppliers. They don't have license in Gambia unless if you impose to have a license as of this moment and on. Vitol, Gimex, Galaxy, you name it, so on, Oryx. Those who come from abroad don't have import license here. Those who play on the ground and distribute product, they must have import license, and they must comply by getting clearances from the different departments of government.
Yeah. So, but since they were not registered here in the Gambia,
Apogee approached me as a supplier from abroad. Apogee never approached me as a local trader. And I don't know whether they registered. We have taken Apogee as a supplier from abroad, not a registered trader in town.
So is it normal to give them ULEC just like that without being registered?
Yes. For suppliers from abroad, they just present us their bill of lading and their documents, and it is given to the customs, and based that the vessel is certified and cleared to enter our facility, because not every ship has its what you call safety equipment. We advise customs, and customs witness the arrival of the vessel. They clear the vessel and we discharge the vessel.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Masiri. I just want to Yes, Mr. Maseri, according to your submission, you indicated that you allocated 2 tons to Apogee for them to dump their product.
At the time.
Huh?
At the time.
At the time. So how many tanks do you have at your dump depot?
For gas oil,
Yes.
I have 4 tanks. 4 tanks
So,
for gas oil.
so each tank, how much metric ton does it contain?
We go by cubic meters,
Cubic, okay.
5,000.
5,000.
Cubic meters.
So during this time, were you affected during the presence of Apogee in the oil business in the Gambia?
What do you mean?
Were you affected one way or the other in terms of purchasing or accessing oil in the Gambia?
Never. We were never affected. There was more space. We have 2 more tanks. At the time that they put in our tank, we were buying from PSTV. Shell Oil was buying from PSTV. They were storing. GNPC was buying from PSTV. NP was buying from PSTV, and we were putting in the other 2 tanks. Until when PSTV started to give us wrong product. They'll bring us marine diesel while it is saying AGO. AGO stands for automotive gas oil. So the guy was giving us marine diesel, which is black, like heavy fuel oil with higher mixture of gas oil, and that spoils the automotive engines. So we stopped allowing them to put this product in our tank, and we had to take our time to clean the tank, these 2 tanks, because they were contaminated. And that time we had to take from those people. It was available for us. It was available for others who bought, or who I bought quantity, and the smaller importers bought from me. You see what I mean? We were not affected ourselves as Castle Oil, okay? And even the smaller players, they were relying on us. We were maintaining our supplies to them. Up to today, we are maintaining our supplies to them.
Okay, meaning during the time, other OMCs they were receiving from you at your depot?
Other areas, I had at the same time, I mean, when Apogee took majority in the other depot, I had 2 tanks available for me and for whoever wanted to put in these 2 tanks. And Apogee, we gave them 2 tanks. Then we stopped with PSTV because PSTV was giving us wrong product. They will give you a density X on paper showing that the gas oil is this, while the actual density is this. Until when we discovered, and we noticed that every day when we were taking haulage, we see that the quantity is going down and down and down. We started thinking that maybe stealing taking place. Then we went to Mr. Toure. Mr. Toure went through the whole operation, whatever, and we brought certified surveyors. They surveyed the cargo. They found out that the density of this cargo is not what PSDV was saying. So in every shipment, we were getting losses of 200, 300 tons. The bill of lading said it is, let's say, 4,000 tons, but in actuality, it is 300 to 400 tons lower because by the number. If you apply the numbers, the fake number, it shows you, yeah, it is correct, but the actual was not that. So, I mean, by experience, we learned and we stopped those who were supplying us wrong product, wrong certificate of quality. Then we started going to more serious on the quality. It has to be certified by SGS or Bureau Veritas, because we know those people, at least, they don't cheat on the quality.
Thank you very much. MD, my question is more of clarification. It has to do with the response that you give regarding ultimate bid and apology. You confirm, knowing the truth, that ultimate bid it was called by that name at first, and later by the name apology. If that's the case, does this imply that the two are the same? If no, what's the difference between the two?
I don't know what's the difference between the two. I know that.
Let me settle the questions. You confirm, knowing the two, that is ultimate bid and apology. That ultimate bid was called by that name at first, and later by the name apology. Does that imply that they are the same?
At the beginning, they came with the name Ultimate Page. But for a reason or the other, which I don't know, they became Apogee.
Yes, then proceed to the next part of the question.
I cannot
Does that
hear.
mean that they are the same?
Could be they are the same. To me, they are the same. But,
Yes, let me just Mr. Muslim, I will refer you to the documents you submit. This one is a telex transfer addressed to the manager, Zenith Bank, Karaba Avenue, the Gambia. Do you have that one with you? It's dated 10th of August.
yeah, what about this?
No, that's what I want to ask.
It's not part of it.
It's not part of it. Hmm?
And this was a time, at the time, this is when we first started doing business. We were doing for a short time Zenith Bank, but this has nothing to do with Apogee.
Yes, that's why I asked the question. So in that case, I would advise that that particular document be expunged from the list of documents that are provided to us. It is dated 10th of August 2022.
What date was this? 22. This was early days with this. Yeah.
What he says not part of it.
Not part of
So it's not part of it. Okay, so we'll take that out. I just want you to make a formal request for the bill of lading of Apogee to be provided.
Bill of lading.
Yes, bill of lading. Yes. bill of lading for the storage, the unit application that they did at GPS. I just have one question.
Which bill of lading, sir?
You said for international traders to have ULAGE, you request for their bill of lading. Then it's not your responsibility to know whether they are registered or not, which in accordance to law is correct. So now, the bill of lading that you've requested to give them ULAGE, you'd like a copy of that one?
You have a copy of that bill, please?
Do we have it?
I'm asking you.
No, we don't. We want a copy of it. That's why chairman will make a request to you, so that you provide that. Okay? Is that clear?
I gave you this to be specific, to make it easier for you to know what Apogee has brought into this country. These ITTs.
What did you give us?
I gave you these ITTs, in-tank transfers, to be more specific and more easy for you to know what those people have brought into this tank. Okay? You want their bill of lading and the documents, that's no problem. We can ask the depot and we will get you their bill of lading.
Please do, Mr. Masley.
That's not
those bill of ladings. And in your submission, you said PSTV were giving you substandard fuel.
They were giving me...
They were giving you substandard products, right? Between PSTV, ADAX and Apogee, who were supplying the product?
Between PSTV was the worst of the worst product coming.
Yeah.
Apogee, they brought a reasonable product. Reasonable, yeah, acceptable product. Lower density, a clearer product that you can see through. Sulfur, reasonable amount of sulfur. ADAX, they bring the quality that they say that it is approved by the Gambian authority, say Gambian standard or whatever. The product that Apogee was bringing is better quality than ADAX, far better quality than that of PSTV. Today we are bringing 10 ppm. We're giving you a product that is same as European product for the gas oil. For the gasoline we're buying through Sahara or whatever. It's acceptable, but it's not the best gasoline. They'll tell you it's 94, maybe it's 89 octane.
Is Apogee still storing well with you? When did they stop?
When they started, when we started feeling that they want to monopolize the place, we said.
When was that precisely? How many months ago? How many weeks? How many days?
It's a long time.
Months?
This was maybe in August of last year.
Okay, thank you, Chair.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was before I go to my question. You just made mention PSTV was actually bringing substandard in the Gambia. And then you being a businessman, and there is an institution that is responsible. Have you ever reported this matter to the Standard Bureau, knowing that they are bringing substandard
But
Yes, we did.
you did report it. You did report it.
Sure.
That what
Let me tell you. We even went to the extent that we put international standard in front of us, GPS, and before even you can apply for haulage, you have to bring the standard that we want. We can no longer afford to spoil the tank by putting product that destroys people's cars. So if that's why some people they say, they didn't give us haulage. Oh, but you didn't bring the proper quality. We want you to match the quality we have or even better. If you can get better, we will put it for you. But I cannot put worse because I cannot afford to mix. That's why I cannot mix product in the same tank unless I know it is of similar or better.
That agreement was between you and the international traders.
Between us and the international traders. When the international traders approaches us, the first thing we ask for the certificate of quality.
Okay.
And the certificate of quality, we don't accept a certificate of quality like a certificate of quality. It has to be made by the, what you call, by SGS or Bureau Veritas at the date of loading. We cannot accept a certificate of quality before the date of loading of the vessel, because this is an outdated certificate. And like for instance, in the case of DSTV, we started to put a rule on them that if you want to come in here, and let's say you send me a certificate of quality, I will not accept your cargo unless I have SGS or Bureau Veritas. On arrival of the vessel, we take sample, we go to analysis, and if it takes 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, whatever to get the result, is to your account. We're not paying any demurrage on this to make sure that what is on your certificate of quality, what we get today.
Can you provide the committee with an evidence that you once reported the matter to the standard?
Yeah, it is on record. With Pura, it is on record, sir.
Yes, Chairman, I think then you request that. Then on the other issue.
It is on record.
Yeah. Then my next intervention would be on your accounts. In the huge amount of it, you attempted to say it was about foreign exchange between you and Apodi, which is very surprising, a tune of 609 million. If somebody that we just know, and then we all know this, the exchange of dollars in this will have a big shock to the Gambian economy.
Give us an example, please.
I am not to give you an example.
Well, no, you are.
What I am telling you, you have deal with Appointee up to $609 million. That's a not small amount of money. In fact, the question is, what have transpired between you and Arismos until he have that trust to entrust you this amount of money to change for him? What have transpired? Because something must have transpired between you and Appointee before he can entrust you this amount of money. Yes, it's a question.
Petroleum business. Petroleum business.
Petroleum business.
is not Narganar business.
Chairman, can you withdraw that statement?
I said,
Can you withdraw that statement?
no, excuse me.
No, I will not excuse you. Withdraw the statement.
Okay, I withdraw the statement. Petroleum business is not a small shop business. This is what I mean by petroleum business. You're talking about volumes. 1,000 tons at today's price is $680,000.
I know about the petroleum business. I am talking about the money, the transaction. You were changing money for him. I am asking what have transpired between you and him. To that level, he entrusts only you to change this huge amount of money. I am asking your relationship.
He asked me, do you know anybody who sells dollars? I said, yes, I can sell you dollars. I told on the guy, we need dollars. And that's how I sold him dollars.
Then my other question, GPS also have an account. Who owns GPS and customer?
GPS has another account. Continue.
I know that's 17,459,000 was lodged into GPS account.
How many dollars is that, sir?
I don't know. I am not interested in the dollars. I'm interested in the dollars that you are dealing with.
This could be the 4 months that they have paid for their $30,000 a tank.
It could be. Then my other question is, before Apple discharge Toyota depot, their product, before they discharge Toyota depot, did you ask for their bill of lading before they discharge the depot?
When you bring cargo to us, we'll take your certificate of quality and the bill of lading.
Have you done that?
Yes, they give it to the depot and the customs together.
Okay. On a bill of loading.
On a bill of lading.
On a bill of lading and quality. What is the difference between the shipper and the consignee?
What is the difference?
On a bill of lading, you are a businessman.
Yes.
And you have been doing importation. For example, today, if a shipper ships to your company GPS, and on the bill of loading, you have GPS as the consignee, what does that mean?
The bill of lading doesn't come in the name of GPS.
No, you are not understanding me. Okay, let me put it in this way. You are a businessman and you import. What is the difference between a shipper and a consignee?
The shipper is a supplier. And the consignee is the product comes under the name of that consignee.
So the consignee is the owner of the product. The consignee is the owner of the product.
Sure.
This is the bill of loading. Lading of the transaction we are talking about.
Can I say it, please?
If you want, you will see it.
Please.
Can you give it, please?
Yes.
What is on the bill of loading?
What is on the bill of lading?
Yes, you asked for it. Now you can tell us.
Shipper, apogee.
Yes.
Consignee, ultimate wage.
Continue on ultimate wage.
Notify, address, crossbreed.
No. Finish the consignee.
Ultimate wage, Logistic Limited. G Street Community, Fort Tema, whatever. Care of Creed Energy Limited, Petroleum, Newport.
Here in this case, then, who is the owner of the product?
This is consigned to this alternate page.
No. According to your answer, you already give us the answer. According to that bill of lading, who is the owner of the product? Based on your earlier answer.
It is to the consignee alternate page. They are the owners.
They are the owner. That is fine. It's confirmed.
Yes, Chair. Mr. Masir,
Yes, ma'am.
you've made mention of SGS.
Not that one.
SGS, sorry.
Yes. In what language is the certificate of quantity issued? With regards to, by SGS rather?
You're asking me what is SGS?
No, in what language is the certificate of quantity issued by SGS?
Well, it depends.
Sorry, the certificate of quality.
Yeah. It depends here. Whenever we receive a certificate of quality, it comes to us in English. It's written in English. In Senegal, mostly they use English, but I have seen some places where it is written in French.
So which one is this? Is it issued?
The one I am dealing with that I understand is the English one.
Can you provide us a copy of that certificate of quality, particularly from SGS?
Particularly from?
SGS.
Yeah, no problem.
Any other questions?
I have 8 questions to administer.
Okay, honorable members and the team. We are almost coming to adjourn the session because we have exhausted all the supplementary questions that we want to inquire from the customer representatives here, from the manager and the legal officer. We definitely want to thank you for this engagement, which is not exhaustive. Anytime we are in need of you, we request to come and shed light to some of the issues that are very much clear. As you may be aware, this is a fact-finding mission, and we want the truth and the whole truth. So as far as you are concerned, you already have an ONC, and you also have a debit. So where some of these problems were even to consider. So that is why we will still inquire something from you when the need arises. Other than that, we want to thank you for the cooperation. Remember, this is about national development, especially an industry where we are solely on. So we want to thank you and wish you a safe journey back home until we need you by our next engagement. We'll inform you before the due date so that you can appear. Thank you so much, honorable members and the technical team. Okay, the request that we need, one is take note of this monthly and quarterly payment of taxes from 2020, July 2023 to July 2024. That all? Yes. And the foreign currency transfer, the foreign currency transfer that you made for Apochi and MSJ. and bill of lading for Apochi for the storage in your ULEC. So we want this thing to be request to be sent to us before Monday. Before Monday on the 9th. On or before Monday on the 9th of September. Yes, and the copy of SGS certificate.
SGS certificate for this product?
Yes, for the product.
Not any SGS?
No, this product.
This product, this product. Yes. Before we close, do you have anything to say?
No, on behalf of my client, we want to apologize to the members. For you to understand that it's not easy. Not everybody is used to question and answer, especially in court proceeding. But I know that my client will speak the truth, and he has no intention to deceive or to hide any information. In fact, the statement he wrote that the general manager for Castle Oil is correct, but for GPS, he has a manager. But saying that he's the general manager also for GPS because he's the overall boss, that's what he's trying to mean. But Salim is the one controlling the depot. So he knows how to carefully control the government and control everything in that depot. And it's likely to say that if he tell you that for over a year or a year and a half, he didn't go to the depot, yes, he did not know. Most of the things you want to know is the enemy that will know it. But by authority, he's saying that I'm the general manager. So that brings a lot of confusion here. But we're trying to assure you that we are protected citizens and he's a Gambian. And he plays a lot in this economy. And we will not hide anything to you people. In fact, at your request, we will, if we find out anything that you need, that you didn't even ask for, we will help. And we will do it so that the truth will prevail. So sorry for any inconvenience. And I know he doesn't know this kind of formality, but he's a very honest, nice guy and knows how to answer questions and answers. It's not easy. It's very difficult.
No, but I took you by surprise when I told you I'm from Badibu. He thinks that I come from the side.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for the clarification. Yes. Very much honest with your compliance in terms of giving us real information.
Yeah, that's why we keep on the people. And
that is why then it will go up to a certain level. It's an inquiry.